Welcome back, everyone. We are back again. Hi, everybody watching live and present here in the audience. We have Damien Canderle, who is a senior character artist working at Blur Studios and has worked on some amazing projects. If you know Love, Death and Robots, he has worked on that. The upcoming Secret Levels animated series, which was launched, the trailer was launched recently. This guy's worked on that, and he's going to show his workflow, which is absolutely stunning. You can also scan to download the assets of the artists if you want to play around and work around with them. They are created by the artist, some of them at least, so you can have a look, and I'll let Damien take ahead and explain further.
Okay. So first of all, thank you for Maxon for having me here for this presentation. So as Karen said, I'm a character artist. I've been working in this industry for like 20 years now. And as you can see on my website, I'm mostly doing some character and monster stuff. And it's why I'm here, because to do this kind of characters, most of the time you're going to need Zbrush. Zbrush is a sculpting software that is very important in my workflow to produce this kind of characters. So currently I'm working at Blur Studio. Blur Studio is a company mainly focusing on game trailers, cinematic, and animated series for Netflix or Amazon. I will show you the demo reel for Blur Studio to get a better idea of the kind of work we are doing.
All right, you're live, folks.
Copy that. Going hot.
4 or 5 moments, that's all it takes.
These things take planning and preparation.
These things take violence and timing. I can do both.
I told you we would help you.
It's time to let the pros finish this.
And cue the ominous music.
We can't hold him for long.
Roger that. Call me when you need me.
Better get back to it.
Change any day.
This guy has one trick. Coming.
So now you get, thank you. So now you get a better idea of the kind of video we are doing at Blur Studio. So today I'm going to showcase my pipeline. So basically, when we are working on characters for this kind of show, we most of the time start from concept art. A concept art usually is done by another person, it's not me. But my work is to take this concept art, this 2D art, and to make a character that will be usable in animation, like you see just now. So Zbrush will help me to go from nothing to the final 3D asset. So basically, for this demo, I will use this character. So this is the kind of concept I got, and with the help of Zbrush, this is the final character. You saw it in the demo, maybe. It was there. I will mostly focus on the face because I don't have much time. But basically, it's the kind of quality you can achieve with ZBrush. I won't go into rendering the stuff. I will be only speaking about the modeling part because the render is not done in ZBrush, of course. ZBrush is not a software where you can make some high-quality render. Actually, so let's go. So I will close this. Let's go to ZBrush. So to create a character, most of the time, I'm starting with a simple geometric primitive. It can be a sphere, it can be a cube, it can be anything. Just before, small note about ZBrush. If you have some knowledge of ZBrush, you will see that my UI is totally different. It's very important to customize your UI to have all the tools you need. ZBrush is great, but there are lots of tools, lots of tools. And to be very efficient with ZBrush, it's good to place the tool you use the most at some place in the UI, so it speeds up your workflow. So what I'm going to do, it starts from very simple topology, like this. I will use some simple brush, and basically I will turn symmetry on, like that. I will subdivide it a bit to a bit more topology to work from. And I will just start to find the main shape. The tools I will going to use, it's mostly the snake hook or the move tool. It's the same kind of tool. The clay build-up and the dam standard. With all these three brushes, basically, I will do most of the main shapes for my character. So, try to find the eye, nose. I will add some here, there. Up, like that. So at some point, when you're using this kind of workflow, you will come to a point where the topology, meaning all the quads on your mesh, are totally stretched. To be able to paint and to use the brush, you need to have an even topology. So when I come to this stage, I will use the Dynamesh. Dynamesh basically will keep the shape, but will reconstruct a topology, a nicer topology. If you look at the shape, I'm going to use the Dynamesh, and now you can see you have an even quad topology, and you can continue to sculpt and have detail. I will hide the topology. At this stage, what is important is just to focus on the main shapes. You don't want to go into fine details right now. You want to keep it first the main shapes, then the secondary shapes only when the main shapes are done, and after the fine details. If you go to fine details now, it won't look great. You can go at some very fine detail to get some the detail of the skin, the wrinkle, and stuff like that. But if the main shape is not there yet, the character won't work. It won't be great. Like that. I'm starting to be better. This is actually the part of the process for me that is the most rewarding, because you start from nothing and you start to get the idea of what you're going to get quite easily and quite fast. I'm going to do a clay polish. The clay polish will smooth basically the shape, but keeping some hard edge. And like that, it kind of gives me a better understanding of the main shapes of my character. Oops. Like that. Okay. Something that is very important when working with characters, I haven't done it here, it's always to have some references. When I'm working on characters, I have another screen where I have all my references. I have some anatomical references and references for your characters, different kind of head, lighting, and stuff like that. Speaking of lighting, something also which is great in Zbrush and very important. If you look at my UI, I have here different matte cap. What I like to do when working on characters is to switch different matte cap all the time, because you have a different reading of your characters with different lighting. So you have specific matte cap, some metallic one if I'm working some hard edge or robot stuff, some kind of fleshy ones, and some that will give me very good reading of the shapes. For instance, also I have some basic matte cap where I can tweak the lighting in real time. So if I want to check if the lighting is correct or how the shape reacts to the lighting, I can do that quite easily. I will use this one now. So as you can see now, I can have having something that starts to become okay. It's not okay, but usually this step will take a lot longer, and I will get to something more refined. Now I can go to secondary details. So when I'm speaking about secondary detail, it's this kind of stuff. Starting to put the mouth, the nose, even go a bit deeper for the eyes. Placing the eyes here, like that. Maybe go a bit better with the eyebrow, the nose. So you can see it's starting to get somewhere. It's not perfect, but you need to tweak it. Okay, I won't do too much more because otherwise I won't have time to show you other part of the process. But basically you get the idea. So starting from very simple stuff, just focusing on the main shapes. And what is important, you don't care about the topology, you don't care about very nice. At this stage, what I will do now, maybe subdivide it one more time. And what I can do is do another clay polish and smooth it. No, I don't want to see the hard line that helped me define my character. I want to get something smoother, to get something more realistic. I can still add some shapes there. Like that. Oops, I lost my symmetry in the process. It's okay, it's not too bad. If you're working on full body, what you can do, I will delete lower. What I usually do for working on full body, it's at this stage, or maybe even earlier in my process, I will add here a sphere like that. And I will split and select this sphere. Not now. And I will use this sphere to start making the body. Like that. It's like playing with clay. It's what I like with Zbrush. When you're used to the tool, you're just playing with clay. It's like sculpting in real life. This. I will also use the animation this to get a bit more topology. Up. Placing the main muscle. Obviously, you need to know some anatomy if you want to work as a character artist. And I will also add some arms. I will do exactly the same process. Oh, autosave. Just wait. I will kill. Oops. We are going to wait for it. Just take a few seconds. Okay, we are back. For the arm, I will use exactly the same process. I will add a sphere that I will use and split and select. And I will move, use the Dynamesh, basically like that, like that. The shoulder part. Up. Oops. Then standard to define the muscle. Oops. Up like that. And I will go back here to work on the neck. Maybe taking that, like that. So, as you can see now, I have several subtools. Subtools are actually each part. And in Zbrush, you can work only in one subtool at the time. But there is actually a way to work with both subtools at the same time. It's the Transpose Master. I have it on my UI. Oops. Here. Where is it? Here. So what I'm going to do is using the Transpose Master. That way, I'm going to have only one mesh where I can actually work on every part together. It's easy when you have a lot of space to make adjustments on everything. He's actually kind of ugly. Right. Don't look his face. Yes. That. So the process is the same as for the face, mostly working on the main shapes, on the main proportion. Don't look into details right now. You need to make sure it's working with the main shapes before going to finer details. Okay, so I will smooth it, use clip polish. Oops. I don't know why this tool get there. Okay, let's say it's okay, I'm fine with this. I will go back to my main tools and I can work. So basically, for this stage, it's pretty much all. The goal, as I said, is just to get the main shapes, everything working fine. Something that I haven't shown you right now, it's the morph target. Morph target is a feature in Zbrush that is very, very useful. I'm using it all the time. Basically, the morph target here, it's in my UI. What is going to do? I'm going to select my mesh, store morph target. So Zbrush will store the shape at this current, it's like safeguarding this shape, and you will see what it's very interesting. I will keep working, make some change, like that, maybe like that, some kind of expression, like that. And, oops, like that, up. Okay, so I have a different shape now, but sometimes when you're working on a character for a long time, few hours, you start to lose your focus and you lose what you have done before. And it happens sometimes that you work few hours and you take the first iteration and you say, but it was better before. So that's why the storm morph target is great, because you can switch back to your previous state. And what I'm doing, it's I have a special hotkey for that. And as I'm working, I always switch between different stages. And that way I can see, oh, this part was better. Like for instance, maybe I find the eyes were better on my previous stage, and I like what I did after that. So because I store a morph target, I can use the morph brush. The morph brush is a brush that will allow me to bring back part of my previous stage, but only where I'm using the brush. If I'm using it everywhere, I will go back to my full version, but I can do it only on specific parts. And this is very useful feature. I'm using this all the time. So, okay, now, next stage. So I have my mainly my head done, but as you can see, the topology now is not using in the current stage. What we need is a clean topology. When working on for Blur or it's this kind of studio, usually we have a specific topology we use for every character. So we need to transfer this specific topology to our character. I will use this model now. Yes, this one. So, so this is a stage I came up, the same technique I use as what I show you. So, as you can see, the topology is not good. What I want now is this character, this topology, I mean. Up. So here, if you look at the topology, it's very nice topology, clean topology, and you have all these lines. These lines are very important because they are key lines that we are going to use for blend shapes and to be able to transfer textures, blend shape between different characters. So what I need to do is to display both characters And what I'm going to do is basically to move this topology roughly at the same place, like that, up, up. The idea is not to be perfect, but to be close enough to use a transfer. Up. Well, okay, this will be good enough just for today. But yes, placing all the key line at the right place. And then you're going to do, where is it? I don't see. It's not. Well, I don't have it. I think it moved. Well, it's okay. I will go find it. Sorry for that project. Project, okay. So we are going to project all. And what it's going to do, it's try to project my current subtool to the subtool behind. And with that, if I'm adding my all my other subtool, I will smooth it, and I will reproject again. And until I'm perfectly aligned with my other model. So that way, I'm going to have a nice topology with my sculpt. I can do another project. Okay, I won't do it, but you get the idea. Is to get nice topology you can work from. So now I have this nice topology. Here, I did it. Everything is fine, the eyes, the mouth, everything. This is the part now where I will start to add details. So to add a very fine detail, what I'm going to do is subdivide my mesh several times. And now I will hide this. I will go into file detail. What I mean by that, I will use some DAM standard, for instance. Oh, keep auto-saving. I don't. Sorry about that. I will go, for instance, here, and I will start to add fine details, as I said. So this means some. I will try to make maybe, yeah, it will be easier to see, to make all the wrinkles, stuff like that. When working with fine detail, what it's good to do is to use the layer system. The layer system, like Photoshop, you can store different stuff in layers. For instance, I will store here some information. I will make all my wrinkle stuff. I will use the DAM standard too, this kind of stuff. And you can go very strong because you're working with layer, and with layer, you have some options that can help you turn it down. So like that. I will go everywhere, maybe the eyebrows too. Like that, okay. Okay, so let's say I'm okay with the wrinkle. I did some wrinkle work. It's okay, start to become cool. Now I will want to add some grain, some pore details. So I will turn off this layer because I don't want to see it anymore. I will create another layer. And this time I'm going to use some, let's say, yes, this. It's a custom brush that I made. I will show you how to make your custom brush. It's very easy. So I made this custom brush to create some pore detail, like that. And the same, I will put that almost everywhere. And what's great with layer, if I turn it off, I will be able to bring my other layer and to merge them together. If I find that my wrinkles are too strong, I can just adjust the intensity of the layer. You can make it stronger, you can make them very subtle. So it's very nice to working with layer because you have a nice control of your work. What you can do also with layer, if you have a layer, you can go to your first stage with nothing. And as I show you, you can store a morph target. With a morph target store, so as I said, you have this stage store on memory. And if you take back your, let's say, your pore detail, I will make it stronger to illustrate. Maybe I want some part with less pore. Now I can use my morph brush. And, oops, I need to activate it to make record. And I will remove, why it's not working? Oh, I delete, no. Sorry, I'm heading store, record, oops. And I will remove the pore details where I don't want them. If I don't want them around the mouth, maybe not so much also on the eye parts. Just remove them. So again, morph target is already a feature. You can use this all the time. So what I also like to do, so for the modeling part, basically it's all. It's just taking time to add your details everywhere, working on wrinkles, stuff like that. As I said, I will show you how to make your own custom brush. What you can do, it's, no, actually I don't want this one. I will take plain 3D. I will subdivide the plane several times. Oops. Up, like that. Or maybe not that much for the demo. OK, so I have just a simple plane. What I'm going to do in here, the idea is to create some custom alpha that I'm going to use in my work, in my brush. So let's say I want to make a custom alpha for the skin. What I can do is to make some kind of wrinkle, like that, like that, like that, like that, that, with some pore details here, there, like that, very simple. OK, so I think it will be good enough. So what I can do now, it's go to, where is it, to alpha, and just remember, create, here in create, and, no, it's not create. Just need to remember. Oh yes, no, not this one. Image. Sorry. Oh, make 3D. No. No. Sorry. What? Sorry, I don't remember where is apply make. I'm sorry because the UI is so small for this computer. I don't find my. Oh, is this one? Actually, should be this one. Stencil. Oh, I don't. What did I do? I'm sorry. I forgot where is the button, but basically, it's. I thought it was there. It's taking this image and create your custom alpha. If you're looking at my brush, there, for instance, this one, it's the way I use. It's what I did to create this alpha. It was making this. I will need to check. Sorry for this. I know it's there somewhere. And basically take this, what you sculpted, and make the alpha. So I'm going back to my model. What I also like to do is to make some colors. Sculpting is great, but you can also paint some color. So to paint some color, you're just using a regular brush. And instead of using Z-add or Z-sub, you're going to use RGB. And with RGB, what it's going to do is take the color you have here and to paint it on your model. If I'm using maybe this one, it will be easier to see. I already have some color on this character, but the idea is there. See, to paint. Oops. Maybe because I have some layers, I will back all layers. I will make it white to start from something up, and I will up colors, fill object. Okay, so let's start with something flat to get the idea. So I will use some color, for instance, on the eyes here. Same for the mouth. Same for the ear. The idea behind this, it's the same as the sculpting. You just start with very broad color, very the main shapes, the main color. You don't want to go to fine detail right now. You can switch to flat color if you want to have a better idea of what you're doing. Like that, like that, like that. And what is cool with Zbrush when you're doing some painting, so far I'm using just a regular brush, but you can use also some alpha. I will use this alpha on to change the stroke to spray. And what you're going to do is kind of this stuff. And when you're working with skin, it's great to have some kind of splatter to make it more realistic. Like that. I will turn it down. Turn it down. Here is using another subtool. Oh. What? Oops. Well, no, maybe I will keep using this one. Oh, this one. Up. Like that. Oh, okay, to save, okay. Okay, so basically what I did on this character at this stage was this kind of work. So it's very simple, it's very broad. This is not the final texture that I'm going to use for my rendering, but it's something that really helped me going further. Some features that are really nice when you have some modeling and you want to do some texture, it's the mask. Mask features, I will use this to demonstrate it a bit more. Something very extreme. Like that. I'm going to go to the mask, feature, masking, and I will going to use the mask by cavity. Mask by cavity, I will tweak it a bit. Yes, like that. Mask by cavity, what it's going to do, it will analyze your mesh and it will mask what is inside the valley, and it will let you work on the peak. Or you can sweep, you can control it with this kind of fall off. And if you look at it, I will hide the texture. So you can see this black, it's mask, and when it's white, it's not mask. So now what I can do, I will hide it, but I will paint on my model, colorize. And you see that when I'm painting now, I'm not painting in the crease. So it's very nice to be able to paint on specific part of your model and not on the other parts. Like if I want something red or darker inside, I will be able to paint only this part. So very nice. Okay, so basically, it's almost all the tool I use for doing characters. If I take this character, for instance, I will show you the final version of this character, the final modeling part. So, up, to see what kind of detail I have, maybe. Well, so up. If I'm going there, I will take only one part because I used the geometry HD on this character. It's a specific feature. I don't have time to showcase it right now, but. Ah. Oh, it's not that. Oh, there. Okay. So you can see the amount of details I did on this character. All the wrinkle, everything is done sculpting by hand with the tool I show you. So you can go very fine into details. All this. It's allows to have some very close-up of the character during the cinematics. All the poor details here on the nose, on everything. So how I'm doing on time? I still have a few minutes. Just I will go very fast. So where is my subtool? Tool. I'm also doing the same with clauses. Basically, when I'm working with clauses, the main clauses are done with Marvelous Designer because it's when you're speaking about sculpting, it's Zbrush. When you're speaking about clauses for industry, it's Marvelous Designer. But when you're done doing the main shape in Marvelous Designer, I'm bringing back the shapes from Marvelous Designer. Basically, I'm using the same kind of technique to add fine details. One technique I didn't show you sooner, it's the... Yep, I will put there. The surface, where is it? Surface. Surface, I'm not sure, I don't remember if I have... I will smooth that. The surface, what is going to do? The surface basically, oh, I have some mask. I will cancel my mask. Up. The surface is a tool that will make some noise on all your on the full model. It's very nice to create some procedural details, but there's also another way to use it. It's to bring an alpha. I will show you that. For instance, if I have this kind of pattern, let's use this one. It will be better. And I'm going to use it with UVs. I'm going to where is the blend? Alpha scale, mix, strength, there. I will scale it, up, like that. Yes. And what you see, it's very easy to add some pattern on your full character. I will try another alpha to make you see what you can do. Maybe I want... actually, for laser, I will use this alpha. You will see it will work very fine. So this alpha, I will scale it a bit. I will zoom, alpha scale, like that. I will reduce the strength of it. And when I'm happy with it, you see it will add all this pattern on my full model. It's very nice to speed up your workflow. And when you apply that, the idea is always the same. I will do it for the demo. I will first store a morph target, use the store morph target. I will apply my my surface noise, and now that I have my morph target, you get the idea. Just remove it to some part where I don't want it. And I guess that's it. I think you have all the info. Everything Sometimes I'm using some very specific tools, but basically it's a workflow to create some characters. When I have all this stuff in Zbrush, the next step is to bake some displacement map and diffuse map and use them as your base shader in Arnold, Houdini, or whatever software you're using. Okay. Hope the presentation was okay. Thank you. I don't know if you have any questions or...
Please feel free to ask any secret level questions.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
So, as I mentioned earlier, Secret Level is a new upcoming animated series on Amazon Prime, which is, if you think of it, all the gaming characters, let's say God of War character or which other Sifu or even Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, actually, I have the. If I can show you,
Of course.
I have the trailer for the Secret Level.
If we can have the video again, please.
This on desktop, Secret Level.
It's time. This world has waited for your arrival. It is you. You will open the door. Because you are the chosen. All those moments. It's a new adventure. Just for you.
You have a game to play.
Yeah. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, so that is what he has worked on with his team, and it's absolutely stunning. So if you have any questions, please ask him. Sure. If you want to know more about Zbrush, we can ask him. We have the Zbrush team as well on the left there. Zbrush for iPad, if you want to try it out. Does not matter if you've never used Zbrush for iPad or Zbrush. Try it out. We just released it recently. It's super fun. You can also scan the QR code to win the Maxon 1 license. And we'll see you in next 15 minutes. Thank you.